After 45, something very subtle, yet very powerful, starts to happen in our bodies. We may still feel young in our hearts and minds, but deep inside, our metabolism begins to slow down. Hormone levels shift, and the way our cells process food changes dramatically. Think about it. The pizza you could eat in your 20s without a second thought, now it leaves you bloated for hours. The sugary snacks you enjoyed at work, now they make you sleepy and pack on belly fat almost instantly. Even your favorite weekend treat, maybe fried chicken or an ice-cold soda, might now leave your joints aching, your skin looking dull, or your blood pressure higher than it should be. This isn't bad luck, it's biology. As we age, our bodies become less forgiving to foods that are high in sugar, unhealthy fats, and chemical additives. What used to be harmless becomes a slow poison to our heart, brain, joints, and skin. But here's the good news. You have the power to slow down this aging process and protect your body from damage. And it starts with one simple step: knowing what to stop eating. In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 common foods that you must stop eating after 45. Not because I want to take away your joy, but because I want you to enjoy the next 20, 30, even 40 years feeling strong, clear-headed, and full of energy. So, grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's dive into the foods that may be silently aging you and the healthy, delicious swaps you can make starting today. If there's one food group that's quietly sabotaging your heart health, it's processed meats. Think bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli slices, and even those ready-to-eat meat snacks. They may be tasty and convenient, but inside your body, they're anything but friendly to your arteries. Here's the truth. Processed meats are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and saturated fats. Sodium alone is a major culprit. When you eat too much of it, your body retains extra fluid, which increases blood pressure. High blood pressure puts constant strain on your blood vessels, eventually making them stiff and prone to plaque buildup. But sodium isn't the only villain here. Most processed meats also contain nitrates and nitrites, chemicals used to preserve color and flavor. Once inside your body, these can turn into compounds that damage the lining of your arteries, the very layer that's supposed to keep blood flowing smoothly. Over time, this damage becomes the perfect starting point for atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of arteries. And here's something most people don't realize. Eating processed meats isn't just bad for your arteries, it's bad for your whole circulatory system. Research shows that regular consumption can increase inflammation throughout the body, which accelerates aging and weakens your heart over time. So, what's the solution? Swap processed meats for heart-friendly proteins like grilled chicken, turkey, lentils, chickpeas, or fresh fish. If you must have deli-style sandwiches, look for nitrate-free, low-sodium options. And even then, treat them as an occasional indulgence, not a daily habit. Remember, your arteries are like life's highways. Keep them clean and open, and your body will keep running strong for decades to come. But fill them with the traffic jams caused by processed meats, and you're setting yourself up for a lifetime of detours and breakdowns. If there's one thing our bodies truly do not need after 45, it's a flood of liquid sugar, and that's exactly what most sugary drinks deliver. A single can of soda contains around 8 to 10 teaspoons of sugar. That's more than your body can safely process at once. In your younger years, your metabolism and insulin sensitivity could handle that sugar surge a bit better. But after 45, your insulin receptors naturally become less responsive, meaning your blood sugar stays higher for longer. Over time, this can lead straight to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. And don't think you're safe if you've switched to healthy options like packaged fruit juices, sweetened iced teas, or flavored coffee drinks. Most of these are loaded with just as much sugar, sometimes even more, than sodas. But the danger doesn't stop at diabetes. Sugar in these drinks also triggers inflammation in your blood vessels, raises triglyceride levels, and accelerates skin aging by breaking down collagen and elastin. That means more wrinkles, sagging skin, and less elasticity, all before their time. And here's another problem. Because these sugars are in liquid form, they bypass the natural fullness signals your stomach uses to tell you you've had enough. You can drink hundreds of calories in minutes and still feel hungry. That's why sugary drinks are one of the biggest drivers of weight gain after 45, especially belly fat that wraps around your organs and increases heart risk. Better choices. Plain water. Add cucumber, lemon, or berries for natural flavor. Sparkling water gives you the fizzy satisfaction without the sugar. Unsweetened herbal teas, soothing and beneficial for digestion. Homemade smoothies, use whole fruits and a handful of greens to keep the fiber and nutrients intact. Think of it this way. Every sugary drink you skip is a small step away from diabetes, heart disease, and premature aging, and a big step towards a healthier, longer life. White bread, fluffy pastries, white pasta, pancakes, cookies. They may smell comforting and taste heavenly, but for your body after 45, they're a silent trap. The problem lies in refined flour. During processing, the outer bran and nutrient-rich germ are stripped away, leaving only the starchy endosperm, which means all the fiber, vitamins, and minerals are gone, and what's left is a simple carbohydrate that your body digests extremely quickly. Here's why that's dangerous. When you eat refined carbs, they turn into glucose almost instantly, causing your blood sugar to spike. In your younger years, your metabolism and muscle mass helped burn that sugar more efficiently. But after 45, your metabolism slows down, your muscle mass declines, and your body becomes less effective at using that sugar for energy. Instead of burning it, your body stores it, and unfortunately, it stores it right around your midsection. This belly fat, also called visceral fat, doesn't just change how your clothes fit. It actively releases chemicals that increase inflammation, raise blood pressure, and make your cells more insulin resistant. This sets the stage for heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. And here's another hidden danger. Refined carbs digest so fast that your blood sugar crashes shortly after, leaving you hungry, tired, and craving even more carbs. This creates a cycle of overeating that's hard to break. Better choices. Whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, millet, and oats. 100% whole wheat bread instead of white bread. Whole grain pasta instead of refined pasta. Sweet potatoes or other root vegetables for a slower energy release. Whole grains come with fiber, which slows digestion, keeps you full longer, and prevents blood sugar spikes. They also feed your gut's healthy bacteria, improving digestion and even supporting a stronger immune system. Think of it this way. Every time you swap refined carbs for whole grains, you're not just cutting calories, you're protecting your heart, managing your weight, and giving your body the steady energy it craves at this stage of life. Crispy fried chicken, golden French fries, onion rings, pakoras, samosas. They're the kind of foods that light up our taste buds instantly. That satisfying crunch, the rich flavor, it's comfort food at its finest. But for your body after 45, these foods are far from comforting. They're quietly fueling one of your biggest health threats: inflammation.
Most fried foods are cooked in oils that have been heated repeatedly at very high temperatures. This process not only destroys the healthy nutrients in the oil, but also creates trans fats, one of the most dangerous types of fat for the human body. Trans fats do three major things you need to avoid after 45. They raise your bad cholesterol, LDL, making it easier for plaque to build up in your arteries. They lower your good cholesterol, HDL, the type that helps clear those blockages. And they trigger chronic inflammation, which can affect your joints, heart, and even brain function. Chronic inflammation is sneaky. You can't always feel it, but it quietly damages tissues over time, leading to arthritis flare-ups, stiff joints, slower recovery from injuries, and an increased risk of heart disease and stroke. It's also linked to memory decline and certain cancers. The danger doesn't stop there. Fried foods are often coated in refined flour or breadcrumbs, which add even more unhealthy carbs to the mix. And because they're calorie-dense but nutrient-poor, they easily lead to weight gain, especially around the belly, where it's most dangerous. Better choices? Air fry your favorites to get that crunch without the trans fats. Bake or roast vegetables and meats with olive oil, herbs, and spices for natural flavor. Grill fish or chicken for a smoky taste with far fewer unhealthy fats. Your taste buds may crave fried foods, but your body after 45 craves foods that fight inflammation, not fuel it. Every time you skip the fryer and choose a healthier cooking method, you're doing your heart, your joints, and your brain a huge favor. And you'll still enjoy meals that are delicious and satisfying. A glass of wine at dinner, a cold beer on a hot day, a cocktail at a celebration. For many of us, alcohol has been a familiar companion for years. And in moderation, it may not cause much harm. But after 45, your body's ability to handle alcohol changes in ways you might not even notice until the damage starts showing up. As we age, our liver, the body's main detox center, becomes less efficient at breaking down alcohol. That means even smaller amounts can stay in your system longer, putting more strain on the liver cells and increasing the risk of fatty liver disease, inflammation, and long-term liver damage. Alcohol also dehydrates your body, which affects everything from your skin's elasticity to your energy levels. This is why heavy drinking often leads to dull, tired-looking skin and more visible wrinkles. The effects don't stop at the liver and skin. Studies show that too much alcohol can shrink brain volume over time, which affects memory, focus, and mood. It also weakens your immune system, making it harder for your body to fight off illnesses. And let's not forget, alcohol is high in calories with zero nutritional value. Those extra calories can quickly lead to weight gain, especially around the belly, which is already harder to manage after 45. Better choices? Stick to moderation, no more than 1 small drink a day for women and 2 for men as per health guidelines. Hydrate between drinks. Alternate with a glass of water to help your body process alcohol and reduce dehydration. Choose lower alcohol options like light beer or wine spritzers instead of high-proof spirits. Take alcohol-free days each week to give your liver a break. Think of your liver as a loyal worker that's been on the job for decades. Every drink you skip is like giving it a well-deserved rest, so it can keep protecting you for many more years to come. Aging is something none of us can stop, but how we age, that's entirely up to us. Every single meal you eat is either a step toward energy, strength, and vitality, or a step toward fatigue, pain, and disease. After 45, the choices we make matter more than ever. Our bodies have worked tirelessly for decades, digesting, repairing, protecting. Now they need our help. They need us to cut back on the foods that steal our health and replace them with the foods that fuel it. This isn't about strict diets or living in fear of food. It's about respecting your body enough to give it what it truly deserves. Because when you do, you don't just add years to your life, you add life to your years. So starting today, make one small change. Swap that soda for water. Choose whole grains instead of white bread. Bake instead of fry. Give your liver a break. Every small choice adds up, and in a few months, you'll feel the difference in your energy, your skin, your waistline, and even your mood. Your future self is counting on you. And trust me, 10, 20, even 30 years from now, you'll look back and be grateful you started today. Because the best years of your life, they can still be ahead of you if you take care of yourself.